Hello everybody, welcome to the long-awaited sixth episode, I think it is now, of the Tottenham Hotspur save. I've decided to get cracking with this one again, really. I must admit, I did enjoy playing it, and I stopped playing mainly because it just really annoyed me, because first of all, I'd messed up a really good live comp that I'd done, so that obviously annoyed me in the first place, and then did a season review, which I'm going to do again here. But that ended up messing up as well, and then I just ended up getting sidetracked, ended up in another save, and never really came back to this. But I'm gonna get back onto it now. Start trying to upload daily again to YouTube for you guys. So yeah, as I said, this is going to be a season review for the 2012-13 season. So we'll get straight over to it right now. This was the story of last season, pretty much. This was a live comp, and as you could probably imagine, it was quite a cracker. We won 1-0 against Barcelona in the Champions League final, which was completely unexpected. Oh my god, it was an amazing game. Just nicked it in the last minute with Eden Hazard, who's all season was absolutely fantastic. We kind of deserved it as well. They had the ball, but more of the ball, but it's Barcelona, it's what you'd expect. But we did more of it when we did have it. We were reasonably lucky to get to the final. We got the luck of the draw. If we head over to the fixtures. So here we go. So yeah, we had a pretty lucky draw. We got through a reasonably easy Champions League group. With Leverkusen being the top seeds. I think I've already been through all this, but we just sneaked through that in second place, which drew us Bayern Munich. We pretty much coasted through that really. 1-0 at home, 2-1 away. Then we drew Malaga in the quarterfinals, which I was then thinking there's a possibility of a Champions League semi-final here in the second season at Tottenham. I didn't expect success this fast, but that would have been a brilliant achievement. And we won 2-0 away from home, which pretty much secured it. We came home and won 4-0. And then we drew, the quarterfinals and semi-finals and drawn at the same time, as you'll probably know. And we one half of the draw was us and Malaga and Chelsea and Besiktas, and on the other side it was Inter, United, Real Madrid and Barca. So I was just thinking I could really cash in here. I was confident that we could beat Chelsea because in the league we'd pretty much dominated them, like especially at home, and then away we'd managed to at least get a draw or even get a win. So I was feeling pretty confident if we got them, but we got Benfica, which I preferred, and in the home leg we won 4-1, drew 1-1 in the away leg, and organised a final at Wembley against Barcelona, and it was just incredible. I went into this game just thinking we were going to get smashed because I hadn't been tested in Champions League really before this, and this is the first really big game that I come up against. I mean, against United we'd never got it right in the league, and then we're coming up against the best team on the planet. And then we've won 1-0. It was just crazy. As for the league, I think it was third, was it? Yeah, it was third. I was happy with this because it shows progression from last season. Pretty comfortable, really. We were closer to City than Chelsea. There's a draw. We drew against Everton at home on the second to last game of the season, which cost us second, to be honest. I'm doing all this off memory. I haven't actually played this save in over a week, so I think I'm right there. But yeah, onto this season, we've started pretty well. We've won our first two games. We'll head over there now and see how we did that. And we've been doing other tournaments as well, all competitions. Right, it's been a very good start. The Community Shield, we overturned United, which is brilliant because they had the upper hand over us all the time whenever we played them. How did this go then? We went ahead. They equalised with David Ospina, who was the hero of last season in the net, and then Antonio Valencia put us 3-1 up with 2 goals. They got 2 goals back. Who's this guy? Oh, I think he was a youngster they signed, didn't he? Yeah, I remember him. I remember seeing him. He was like the key player or something like that. I was like, who is he? But seems to be alright. And then Valencia got an 83rd minute winner, straight instant reply from Ed Aaron's goal. Quite fitting that Valencia got the hat trick to win us the Community Shield against Manchester United, but every trophy can't be a negative, can it? And not an easy game against the newly promoted Blackpool side away from home. They got a decent side though with Wilfred Zaha. They seem to splash out last season on quite a lot of players like Henry Thomas. They got Matt Phillips, of course, and Magai Gay. He's a very good player. Damian got us off to a flyer. Then Lucas Moura scored. Wilfred Zaha. I've just realised I've done this completely wrong because he's seen a new signing here and I should have gone through them first. Bit rusty here, but Jadson got a third goal. I'll go through the signings in a minute. Then the next game of the season was Liverpool at home. We always seem to have this fixture near the start of the season. good 4-2 win. We had to back that up with a win. The sending off to Christian Ansaldi definitely helped us in this, because it meant that we had a dominant second half. Came from 2-1 down with a goal from Jadson and 2 from Leandro Damião. Then we went abroad to play against City in the Euro Super Cup. I was pretty annoyed that we got City, really, because I mean, you think of the Europa League and you think of your Atletico Madrids, your Benficas, just teams like that, and then we do City, who, as we all know, there's such a team, our team to play against. They got all the money to burn. They could build whatever team they want, pretty much. But we won the game quite comfortably, really. 2 goals from Lucas Moura and a goal from Scott Parker, popping up on the score sheet. Ganso with a late consolation goal, but it was never enough. So that was a really good result. Added to the silverware, and now I'll show you the transfers, which I should have done previously, but I don't think it really matters. Bit of a controversial window, really. The main one is that we sold Aaron Leonard for £9.25 million, but we sold Gareth Bale to Man City for £37 million. I mean, the strength we have on the wings is just, it's a bit like one-sided onto the wings, because I think there's areas in the squad that are nowhere near as good as the wings, because we've got Valencia, we have Bale, Hazard, Moura, Munain. That's like 5 world-class wingers in my opinion. So I felt like I had to offload one, and when City were interested in Gareth Bale, who probably, in my opinion, been the least active, as in creating and scoring goals in the last few seasons, and they offered 37 million, I had to take it. I think it was all up front as well. So I mean, I was happy with getting rid of this guy, really. I'm not saying getting rid just makes him sound like a really bad player, but he's not in any means. I think he's a great player, obviously. But the strength we have on the wings, offload this guy, and then we can improve in other areas of the squad, which I did, and brought in Thiago Silva. Big fan of this guy. Bought him on my Real Madrid save. He was solid. I felt like I didn't really want to spend all that money that I got in, but I felt like I had to really try and push on to try and win this Premier League title to go along the Champions League. 39.5 million is a lot of money for a 28-year-old, but I do feel that we're going to get 5 or 6 good years out of him still, because he's quite an athletic centre back as it is. So when he's like in his 33s and stuff, his pace is probably going to still be around 10 or 11 or something. So it's not going to be too bad, I hope. But so far he started pretty well. We also brought in Jadson. I knew I needed to strengthen my midfield. That, in my opinion, was where we were most vulnerable last season. And this guy's got a bit of experience. His technical stats. There was a few young players that I was after, like Lewis Holtby and another Brazilian winger. I think he's called Lucas, but centre midfielder, sorry. But I just looked at this guy's technical stats and I just thought, if we can just get him playing a bit like a Paul Scholes for just a few more years, he could just be massive in our title challenge. So he started fantastic. I didn't expect this. 2 goals in 2 appearances in the league, 1 off the bench. He played in the City game and got an assist as well. He started fantastically, more than I expected. It was a risk, this one, and the risk that's hopefully going to pay off, and it has started to already. We let a few players go out on loan, but nothing else really to report. Right, guys, basically what's going to happen now is that I'm going to live comment the game at Bolton. It was going to be all in one episode, but it ended up being too long, so it's going to be on the next episode. So make sure that you watch that. It will be on definitely the same day as I released this one. So make sure you stick around and join me for that later on. So I'll see you there.